WcegWoodTheHollywood.com. Watch us live on your smart TV, on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn under WCEG Network. I am Wardell Richardson, your show host right here on WCEG Wood, the Hollywood of the South, for the next hour. We are the worldwide community empowerment group where we speak life into the community. Subscribe free to our YouTube channel, WCEG Network. Like, follow, and connect with us on Facebook, Twitter, IG, and LinkedIn. We have a couple of new platforms on iOS, Apple phones, iPads. You can go to the Apple Store and download the free mobile app under WCEG Talk Radio. On Apple TV, search for WCEG Network TV. On your Apple Watch, you can search for WCEG Network. And on the Android mobile phones and tablets, go to Google Play and search for WCEG Talk Radio. Last but not least, the topics and opinions of those of the show hosts and guests, and not those of WCEG Network. I am Wardell Richardson, your show host here for the next hour. I am your host, actor, producer, director, CEO of Raine Dance Film, and I am excited to be here today. Before I introduce my special guest, I have a few news updates. First and foremost, upcoming primary elections are on the way. It is the voting for governor, lieutenant governor, and secretary of state elections are May 19th. Early voting begins April 27th, and voter registration ends April 20th. Listen, I say this, I've said this last year, I'll say it again, and I'll say it again, and I'll say it again. Please vote in these particular voting opportunities, because a lot of us focus on the presidential elections and not the primary elections. We need to vote great governors into office. There's a lot going on in our communities. There's a lot going on in our state. We need to make sure the right people are in place. We don't want somebody like Trump up in our office. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So I think that everyone should really look and see what's going on. Know who is voting in your community. Know who's voting in our government here in Georgia, and make sure you go out and vote. Once again, the elections are May 19th. Early voting begins April 27th. Voter registration ends April 20th. Make sure you go and find out if you're even registered to vote. If you are not registered to vote, there are websites you can go to get registered to vote. I will give you those before the end of this interview. But please go and vote. It is very, very, very important to vote for your community and your state, just as important as it is to vote for the United States altogether. Please go and vote. Second thing I want to say, I am involved in a movie called The Strength of Love. If you miss our promo on that, you're sleeping under a rock. And we have been promoting it everywhere. The Strength of Love is a great movie to know. it really digs deep into what a relationship like in our Black world, in our Black community. And it is a very good project. I was excited to work with it with the starring cast, Sean Baker, who's amazing, doing great things in the industry. Mila from the hit group 702. If y'all from the era that I'm in, then you know the group 702. Mila is the lead singer of that group. So she's starring in this movie. And along with myself, Ladarian Raymond, Patricia McRae, Sir Brody, Tanisha Lynn, Candy Christine, Sherry McRae, Shimry Tamar, Deetta West, and Kenneth Israel.
Nice.
This is going to be a great, great movie. I suggest y'all put it on your calendars for May 8th. It will be going live on Apple TV and Amazon Prime or Prime TV. So it will be launched on May 8th. Now, I will be having a watch party at a private location. If you want to be involved at that watch party, hit me in my inbox and let me know. First 10 can come. I'm only doing 10. So the first 10 can come. We will have food. It will be on monitors all around. It's a great location. You don't want to miss it. So the watch party will be on the 8th. Come at 7:30 to get situated. We're gonna run the film at 7 o'clock, and we'll be going live with some of the other cast while we watching the movie.
Oh,
So it's gonna be a great, great watch party. I look forward to doing it. And the premiere will be coming out shortly after that, which will be
oh,
at a theater here in Atlanta. So once again, I will be doing the watch party on May 8th for the film The Strength of Love. I'm excited about this film.
nice.
Love will be tested in this movie. So
Mhm.
make sure you go and see it. The acting is impeccable. It's going to go far. I'm really glad about this movie by Bass Productions. Jeff and Maria, they did their thing. I'm so excited about it. So please, please, please come out and support us in this movie. May 8th, it will be on Apple TV and Prime TV. You can also come to my watch party. If you are watching this and you want to be a part of my watch party,
Yes.
send me a message in my inbox, first 10, you win. So, and I
That,
will let you know the private location is free. You just come and enjoy. We'll have food, we'll have drinks, we'll have a good time. On that note, I want to introduce to you my guest. Some years ago, I did a movie
that
called Ravenous by a woman named Michelle. The movie finally came out. It is on Tubi, I think, right now.
yes.
And if you get a chance, make sure you go watch it. I play a pretty crazy role in that, but make sure you go and check it out. But this is where I met my guest. Ladies and gentlemen, I introduce to you Donna Bey. How are you, Donna?
Hi, everybody. Everybody watching. Thank you for watching. Thanks for you for inviting me here. I appreciate
No
it.
problem. No problem at all. I appreciate you taking out the time to come on the show. You know, you've done some amazing things throughout the years. I see you doing things quite often. You have a different, like, I love your approach to acting. You
Oh,
stand out quite a bit.
oh, thank
So
you. Appreciate that.
definitely stand out. So let's start from the beginning. Are you born and raised here in Georgia, or where are you from if you're not from Georgia?
I am an imported peach. I am originally from New Jersey.
Okay, okay. How long you been in Georgia?
Forever. Over 20 years. So I've been here a while.
Oh,
So
you Georgia. You Georgia.
I'm from Atlanta. That's what everybody says. So yeah, now yeah, I've been here so long, so I'm Atlanta native, you might as well say. But I
Okay.
came here, yeah, about over 20 years ago. My children were I raised my children down here, so
Okay.
so I loved Atlanta so much I said I'm not going back. I knew I wasn't going back. So
You know, a lot of people come to Atlanta, they say the same thing. As soon as they get here and they're here for a day or two, they say, you know what? I'm moving here. And they literally go back, pack up their stuff, and within a year, they're back here in Georgia staying here.
yep.
What do you
That is
think was that drew you to Georgia?
Well, in the beginning, I was actually with a singing duo. So we were, if you remember, there used to be rappers that sang as well. So we were
Hmm.
rappers that sang, and we moved down here because it was so full up north with the contracts and all that. So we said, well, if we move to Georgia, people are just stepping on the scene. I think Babyface, the Face Records had just moved here somewhere around there,
Hmm.
and we thought it was and we ended up getting a contract honestly, but it wasn't the percentage that we wanted. So and then we in the group ended up splitting up all together. So but well, we sang and rap all original material, copyright
Really?
all of that. So some of the music, I still like, but it's on the style of it's like dance music, sort
Okay.
of. So we
Okay.
sing and rap, yeah.
Okay. So let's start from the beginning. I read in your bio that you started singing at a very, very young age.
Yes. I started singing at the age of 10, but before I developed the love for music like I did, dance was actually my first love.
Okay.
I used to dance, so I would participate in talent shows, and back then they had a lot of pageants and things like that. Like I was
Okay.
in Little Miss New Jersey Bicentennial, I'll never forget, at 11, and I danced. But when I found out that I could sing, I said, "Oh wow!" I heard a little vibrato. I was like, "Oh, I can sing!" So I started writing songs and things like that. And some songs I started writing like at the age of 10, but I wouldn't remember them. But then around 15 and 17, I would
Okay.
remember the songs that I wrote. And so
Okay.
I went from dance to singing. Then when I went to school, I got in drama club
All
back
right.
seventh, eighth grade. And then from there, I started doing plays they had like a theater next to Symphony Hall in New Jersey,
Mm-hmm.
where students were allowed to perform. We didn't have to pay for classes and things like that. And we got a chance to be on the local Gateway cable show and all of that. So that was a lot of fun. Had a little bit of experience there. And then like with the group, we performed around in the city, performed for like the Democratic conventions and stuff like that. Back then, I honestly, when I was young, like I was like 20, 21, 22.
Right.
I wanted to be a politician actually. I wanted to get into politics. I was very much
Really?
interested. Yes. Like
Okay.
city council or something like that. I was thinking about doing. I said, well, I don't know. Then after a while, I was like, I don't know. I changed my mind so many times. It's just ridiculous. So,
Now
um,
you said you got to Atlanta. The whole group moved to Georgia,
yes.
and at some point y'all broke up. Now this is the biggest question I have because most groups they never last. They always wind up breaking up at some point,
That is true.
especially girl groups. Now the guy groups they'll last a little while, but women
Yeah.
they start breaking off within a year. It look like what
Uh,
is the biggest problems with that? Why do they break up so much?
I can't say for other groups, but it was just me and her. And honestly, she used to rap by herself. I got her in the group by default because she
Okay,
was auditioning people to rap with her and sing with her. And I said, you know what? Why don't I just do it? Because she was doing her own thing, I was doing my own thing, but we were friends. And I said, well, let me just try it. And then that's how we ended up singing together. So when we moved down to Atlanta, um, she was more or less just discontent with life in general. Sometimes you have to be careful dealing with people. She had a history of depression, and I knew that, but I didn't know how serious depression was because I was still young. And then she was
okay.
like, "Well, this things are not working out." She would just go off on a tangent about things not working out, and she just skipped town. And I didn't
Oh wow.
realize this was like a regular pattern of hers. And so she left town. So I can't have a group. We ain't in the same
Oh,
location.
so it was just
No
y'all just
virtual.
all right. And she didn't let you know she left. She just up
No,
and
no,
left.
no. She told me she was
Oh,
leaving. She
okay.
told me she was leaving because we were
Okay.
roommates. Yeah, so she told me
Okay.
she was leaving. She said, I'm getting out of here. It's not working out. I'm like, but everything is all right. Like, I'm working, you're working. Like, it's going to be okay. But anyway, so
Wow.
that is that.
Okay. So y'all broke up, and did you decide to go solo? Like, where did your singing career go after that?
So after that, then you took me way back. So after that, I started to sing solo on my own. And a lot of times, because I forgot, I skipped past a part. I used to be in the chorus in school, middle school
Okay.
chorus. So I like singing with the choir. I like to harmonize. I love singing with the group. So after that, I sang solo for a while just because I knew I could. I did auditions like for even Sunday Best and all that when I got here.
Yeah. Yeah.
America's Got Talent. I ain't even gonna tell you they call. Anyway, let me just let me just move on. So after that,
You tried to do things. Okay.
so I actually literally auditioned for America's Got Talent before I moved down here, and
Okay.
well, I didn't tell you the one part. I ended up moving back to New Jersey for a few years, and then I came back down here. But before I moved back down here, I auditioned in New Jersey for America's Got Talent, and they
Okay.
emailed me back for a callback. I'm like,
Hmm.
my money's spent. I'm here now. I can't go back. And then, I was nervous and everything. I said, I can't go back, and they don't pick me. So I ended up not going back and pursuing that. But I definitely had that email from them. I was like, I can't go. I can't go
Wait,
back
what?
because my children were here at this point now.
Okay, okay. But why were you nervous though? Like, isn't that
Nervous
part of
about
the
because I'm
whole?
like, if I spend money, this is about
Uh-huh.
money really. If I
Right.
spend money to
Okay.
get back to New York to
Okay.
go up there on a maybe,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
I was like restarting over. So I mean, starting my life over. I was like, if it doesn't work out, then I've lost that money, and I don't, you know, I don't have any way to get
Yeah.
back right at this time, you know. So
Okay.
so I
And
didn't I
that's
didn't do it.
now where did acting come into play?
Okay, so acting middle school. Middle school was acting, then I went to arts high school. Even though I didn't graduate from arts high school, I was a drama major. So and my
Okay.
shout out to Sherry Long, my drama teacher who's now retired. I found her on Facebook. Um yeah, so I got into it there, and that's when I found out that because my seriousness comes across funny. She said, Donna, you have a natural comedy in you. I would do serious monologues and people be laughing the whole time. And I'm like, and I'd be disappointed sitting there about to cry. I'm like, this is supposed to be a serious monologue. And she's like, Donna, don't worry about it. You have the natural funny in you. So it comes across comedic instead of angry. I'm talking about stabbing somebody. I stabbed her and I stabbed her. And it was just rolling the whole class. I'm like, what in the world? I'm sitting there, my head down.
Now
She's
that's
like,
interesting
okay.
because in some of your work, you do a mostly dramatic type of character.
True. So I found that I like dramedy. I mean drama or dramedy actually as well, because sometimes it comes across that way when I'm very dramatic. But I want people to see the comedic side as well. That's why I have my
Okay.
TikTok, so you can see my
Right.
characters. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, that's pretty interesting. So, as a black woman in this industry, as a black woman in this industry, a lot of women say that is really difficult for them to
Really.
maneuver in this industry. Now, how has it been for you? Do you think it's changed? Do you think it's gotten harder? What's your take on the industry as of now?
Me, myself, being because I'm an optimist, I feel like when it's your time, it's your time. I think
Okay.
we have to walk by faith in the whole scheme of everything and knowing that this is your goal, this is your talent, this is your gift, this is what you desire to do. Eventually, just stay consistent and it's going to happen for you. And
Yeah.
I just thought there's, of course, there'll be things in the interim. It is hard seeing somebody have a role that you audition for and you see them performing
Yeah.
it. And I do applaud and celebrate everybody that puts, shout out people that post their movies and things on Facebook. I'm like, congratulations, every time I see something, even though I say, I know I don't know you, but I'm rooting for you, You're my brother
Right.
from another mother. You're my sister from another mother. It doesn't matter.
Right.
And so I just think it's just important to keep striving. And then I've also had people say, develop your own project. Don't look for a role to be in, create your own role.
That's true.
Do your own project. So I do have a lot of synopsis of ideas that I've written. I haven't written a script, but I'm on the move with that. That's my next
Did you
move.
did you not co-film a movie that's on
I,
Tubi?
that's right. I forgot. Yes, I did co-film a movie called Loose Screws, and I was in it. And he hired when you're doing a independent or a very low budget. We talking about zero budget film.
Right.
I had to wear multiple hats. So I not only was I filming, I was an actor in it. I was a script supervisor as well. Knew all the lines, knew everybody's lines, including mine, and behind the camera. And then we had a couple of people that were filming more closer towards the end. But every weekend for about 2 months straight.
Oh
That's what,
wow.
and I enjoyed it a lot, but I I said I don't know if I could do it for a short film. I don't know if I want to do it for a feature. It's a lot of work. It's a
But
lot of
that
work.
was a feature. Was that not a
Yeah, that was
feature?
a feature, but I said I
Okay.
think I would rather do it for like a short instead of a
Uh,
feature. Yeah, I don't
okay.
know. I don't like when people mess up their lines.
Yeah, I'm like that too. I hate it. I
Like
hate
we
it with a
trying to give you
passion.
3 takes. 3 takes, please. That's it. Don't switch it around. You
I'll
know, if
never
you
forget.
like, okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. I did a movie
Mhm.
where this one girl, she just did not have her lines, and we were stuck on her scene for at least three, almost 4 hours.
No way. No way.
Yeah. And it was very frustrating. It was extremely frustrating
Hey.
to the
See,
point that the director almost had to let her go, but she wound up getting it eventually. And we had already shot some other scenes. But for
and you
whatever
didn't want to.
reason, she was going through whatever she was going through. That's
Oh,
the thing about being an actor, though. Like when you're an actor, you have to isolate all the stuff around you, or
oh,
use it, depending
or
on the
use it.
scene.
Exactly. I'm glad you said that because what I found when it comes to like auditions, even if I'm angry and I have to be happy, I still have an emotion. I could use this emotion, even though I'm angry, to be happy, to channel
Yeah.
it to the happiness. So
Right.
they'll see the feeling when it comes across in the camera. They'll see it. They'll feel it. They want to see you. They want to feel something. And
Right.
um, and you just have to find a way to be very organized with your life. And I know just like a lot of us work regular job, like I work a regular job, and that's the biggest hardest part of it all. It's like
Yeah.
if I get called for something, I do. I will not be in today. Sorry.
I think
Sorry, not sorry.
my biggest challenge was last year when I
Okay.
shot a movie
Mm-hmm.
about cancer, and I was dealing with cancer at the
Oh my
same
God.
time. And I was the comedic relief on top of that. So
Oh, wow.
so yeah, so it was a challenge, but I got through that thing because it was
Yeah.
like, when I get zoned in, I get zoned in.
Right,
But
right.
like at the same time, I'm thinking about what I gotta go through. I got all these doctor's appointments I'm going
Ooh,
to,
sorry,
and
dude.
then I'm sitting here watching these people go through this whole cancer situation
Amazing.
in the movie I'm in. So it was a kind of emotional, but it was enlightening too, because it helped me to realize that I can do this above the toughest situation. It helped me learn a lot about myself.
That's amazing because I feel like coming from that standpoint, and thank God you made it through all of that. But I'm thinking about it in terms of you that being therapeutic for you at the same time. Like you
Right.
was going through it, but yeah, at the same time you were handling it the way you handled it. That's amazing. I don't. That was
Yeah.
good that you were able to channel and able to work. Oh, in those.
Yeah.
Ooh,
People don't
that
understand when you're doing
one
this. It Man, acting is not for the weak.
is not.
It's not,
No,
because you could be leaving your home, just went through the worst day ever. You could have been arguing with somebody. You could have been in a huge fight. You could have been in anything, and you gotta go to set and act like nothing ever happened.
right. You got to turn it all off, turn it out,
Yep.
put up that fourth wall, and
Yep.
just work. You
Yeah.
have to be ready to perform. It is
And
not
be
hard.
believable.
And yes, and people believe what you're saying, like living truthfully under imaginary circumstances. That's might just say the best. Art is imitating life. So I enjoy it so much. It's one of my biggest passions. And people have asked me, well, if you can act, or I act and sing, but I do more than that as well. They said,
Right.
if you could act, what would you do? Act or sing? I said, I'm doing both of them. I'm not gonna. No, I'm not gonna
Pick
speak that
that
out.
one too.
I'm doing it both. I'm doing it both. I'm doing it both. And at this point, like I'm ready to have music on a soundtrack. Like I have songs, a lot of songs that are written from the group and on my own. When I started singing on my own,
Okay.
I have songs that I wrote for celebrities that I don't know. Yolanda Adams, Usher hit me up. I'm serious. I wrote songs that I felt would fit their voice. Because I'm like, one
Okay.
day I was like, I never wrote a song for a man. Boom. God gave me the idea right then and there.
Nice. And you haven't done anything with it. You just haven't written, but you haven't tried to
I
reach
haven't
out yet.
written, but I have not recorded it because let me tell you what happened. I was started getting to the acting game when I realized I was working, and doing things that I don't like to do. And I
Okay.
really enjoy being creative. And I realized, and I said, I'm going back to classes. I started class 2011 with Premier Actors Network with Dwayne.
Okay.
And I stayed there for 3 years, but then like I said, well, I realized I'm not happy or content. Oh, it's like a regular job. It's unfulfilling, is what I'm saying. So
Right.
when I'm creative, that's when I feel my best. So anyway, so I said I got back on that journey, and I was signed almost immediately as a voice actor first, and then a commercial actor, and then eventually I got dropped from the agency, J Purvis. They said it was dropping a lot of people at that time, and I was sad about it, but I guess I just keep on moving. So here comes COVID. When COVID season, oh wait, hold on. I started acting for a while, doing short
Mhm.
films. My first, if you look on my Facebook page, you'll see a scene with me and Marcinet that I did before I started filming any films,
Okay.
just to have some footage. Everything he told us to do. Get you not a Facebook page. Get you a website. I created a website. I did everything. Get your headshots. Blah blah blah. Get everything I was trying to do to fulfill, the path and get a good resume. Get my resume done. All that. So, but the more I started acting, I started missing singing. I was like, Lord, I want to sing. Let me tell you, I ended up being in two choirs and a praise team all at the same time. Rehearsal here, singing here. And then so I went away from acting for a while. And people ask me, "Do you still act?" I said, "Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Don't you count me out." So anyway, so as of after COVID, and then I'll say like 23, 24, I had some challenges back then, health challenges of my own that I will discuss at a later date. And I started getting back into it. So there's a film out right now that we had our premiere to last year, Living in the Cemetery. It's not a horror. It's not how it
Okay.
sounds, how you think it sounds. It's on Prime and Tubi. It's actually a drama, and it surrounds a little bit of things that we go through, racism from our end,
Okay.
from our side to the other, to other people. So I'm not going to
Okay.
tell the story, but it's and I played a pastor in that one. That was interesting. So I was
Okay.
supporting role. So I wasn't crazy in that one, like rabbits. That was
Okay.
a supporting role. So since I was just getting back into it, I was fine. And then we have it's another film called Cupid's Arrow that's now in post production that I played a host. I played a host in it, a radio host.
Have you done any theater?
Yes, yes, I've done theater, but here's the thing. I realized the people that I worked with when I was doing theater before I started being in films, I didn't like when people don't come to rehearsal. So I
See,
guess I
you
was
get,
with the wrong team
man.
of people. Yeah, you
I
gotta come.
That is the number one problem I have with theater here in Atlanta. Like people, you got to find people who take it as serious as you because it annoys me when people don't come to
It's
rehearsal.
like I'm coming to rehearsal exactly all the time. I'm memorizing my lines. And I did plays in Jersey too, and here, and I was like, you know what, that's all right. I did a play actually in the green room before it closed down, and that was fun. They had a lot of fun, but if they're not coming to rehearsal, so now I found that I like film more. You learn your lines, you shoot,
Yeah.
it's done. On to the next project.
Right.
On to the
Right.
next project. So I think I like television shows as well because I grew up watching television shows. So I wouldn't mind being a regular on somewhere.
Well, the only reason I
In the
mentioned
movie
theater is
industry.
because you say you like singing. So there's a lot of stage plays that involve, singing theatrical. In fact, all Tyler Perry plays, his stage plays have singing in it,
Right.
majority of them.
True.
And I know several other people who were looking for vocalists that can sing
Let me
in
know.
theater. And they're big production. So if I find somebody, I'll let you
Let me
know.
know.
But
I'm yes. Thank
'Cause
you
I
for
tell
that.
people all the time, I sing, but it'll be a comedy skit.
It wouldn't be a serious show.
Oh no, not at all.
So
Not at
my
all.
thing is, I'm trying to figure out when Tyler was out. That's when my children was growing up, so I didn't have time to even. I wasn't doing it then. I got back into everything. Well, the choirs I was doing in the early like 2000s. I was in a lot of good choirs. I'm thankful that the people that I've been around in the entertainment have been great. Like I have a degree in music, but it's a 2-year degree, and my music teacher played with Duke Ellington. There's been some major talent I've been around.
Yeah,
And so a
definitely
lot of the
do
projects I
everything.
did, even if they didn't go to where they wanted it to go, it was shot well, it was done well. And so I'm thankful for that. So for the experience that I've had, and I'm glad that I know how to do more than one thing. And so now I'm learning sound. I did sound on a couple of projects as well, boom mic and
Okay.
with my own camera. So I'm learning that now, which that's interesting. I realize working my muscles have worked because I can hold it without moving.
Right.
Hold the boom mic without dropping it. That thing is it's heavy.
It's heavy. I don't understand how some of those boom guys be holding because I tried that one time, like, oh no, this isn't the job I like at all.
The thing is, even if it's not heavy, if you hold something in one place long enough, it's gonna
Yeah,
hurt. Yeah.
it's still gonna hurt.
So I didn't even flinch because I lift weight, little
Right.
dumbbells, they've been working out. It's been working, I work on other stuff too, but that part's been working in my favor. In my favor.
What's been your biggest challenge in film?
Biggest challenge to date.
Because a lot of people as talk about, finding an agent or just getting auditions, getting cast. It's a lot of different things. What's been your biggest challenge for you?
My biggest challenge, I feel like a lot of people say that you don't need an agent to get work. And I'm like,
Oh yeah.
well, how am I going to get it? So anyway, I'm looking for an agent right now. Um,
Okay.
that would be it. Just finding someone now. Now you need a referral, and you used to not have to have one. But some places you can't submit without a referral. So I'm kind of playing it by ear. I'm still doing independent projects, and
Okay.
I still believe in doing that because if I do a project, it's going to be more than like an independent. Probably won't have a budget of much of a budget.
All right.
So that's largely it. It's just getting to the right place. But lately, I have been dealing with people, even on the independent level, they're very professional, appreciate it, on time, start on time. Sometimes we go like a little bit late sometimes, but not over the top late where I'm getting at home. I'm looking around, make sure nobody ain't follow me. It's
Yeah.
not too late. But yeah, so that's what I appreciate. So it's just
I think
getting
it's
another agent.
changing. It's
What's
changing
up?
a lot in Atlanta.
It is changing.
Back
It
in
is
the day, I think people were just playing around with acting. They weren't taking it as serious as they did in
right.
Hollywood.
Right.
Now that acting has become so prevalent here in Atlanta, I think a lot more people are taking it more serious than they
Right.
used to. And not only that, they're coming prepared now because a lot of people from LA would come here to film, but then bring people from LA here when
Right.
they had people here because they were saying that Atlanta didn't have serious actors.
Right.
And in LA, people act and work part time. Here, people work and act part
At
time.
part. What are you talking
so,
about?
so,
I yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. I think people don't want to miss the opportunities that are here. They're like,
right,
okay, we're here. And then I think, and excuse me for cutting you off, but I think what happened was after the strike and all that, people was like, okay, looks like acting might go away. Let me step up my game. But
hmm
and I think that people in LA they actually audition more than we do. Like you said, they
oh
work
yeah,
part time and then act full
right,
time,
right,
or and we work full time, act part. That is so true.
yeah,
Until you drop me enough. I have enough. It had to be more than coins.
What's been your biggest challenge in music?
Music, I is making the decision. This is me making a decision to go when I'm gonna move and when who I'm gonna get to help me to produce the music. When I'm gonna move to that, like, because I have one very motivational song that I wrote a long time ago, and I said, you know what, this song I think it'd be good for just right now or forever, really, because it's a motivational song. It's just deciding, making a decision. When are you going to do it? Shaking my soul. When are you going to do it? So I'll pick it up and I put it down. Just like I come up with a lot of ideas, I put it back down. I'm like, oh, I forgot about that. You should see how many notebooks I have.
You wrote a lot of music.
No, not just music, ideas in general. For
Just
music,
ideas. Okay.
idea central. Idea
Okay.
central. That's it.
Okay. So you
You need
can't,
an idea, I got one.
when it comes to music and film, you kind of on the same level with both of them. One don't outweigh the other.
Well, now it's more film. I'm focused now. More
Okay.
film. I started back playing because I played the piano. I started back playing again. So I'm trying to get back into that. I'm working my way back into it. I can't do just one thing. People say, you're not focused. You're not. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. It's acting first, singing second, filming third, filming, being the filmer third.
Right. Right.
And then I've done self tapes. I've done reels for people. Like, if I'm interested, because creativity is so interested and it fulfills me so much, it's so gratifying to see a finished product after you put all your efforts into it. You live in, art imitating life.
Uh-huh.
I can't avoid it. This it's nothing else left for me to do but be creative. It's nothing else. It's nothing else.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. I have to.
Now,
So
now
everybody that I've known, I'm sorry.
if a director called you right now
Mm-hmm.
and he offered you a role,
I'm
and
talking
you
to women.
say, and you, the first thing you think about, you're like, I have always wanted to play this role. What
Oh
role
my
would that?
gosh. What role would it be? Um, wow. I got to think about that for a minute.
You know, a lot women say some strange because I get two things from women. They either want to play a superhero or a killer where they just kill people left and right.
I don't
And I
want to do that. I want to play like I've known that they say I would love to play a physician, a doctor.
really,
Doctor. Mm-hmm.
I can see
Yeah.
you playing a role like that. I can
Yeah.
definitely see you playing a doctor role.
Like the resident in the facility. Yeah, they come to me. I teach them. Yeah, I'm in charge. I'm in charge.
Now,
So yeah,
why a doctor? What is it about that role that
I
makes
think
you
because largely, if I wasn't in entertainment, I would be in medicine. I like medicine. I like health. I like learning it. I've read a lot about it. I know a lot about it. Not everything, of course, but I like medicine. So
okay?
I would want to do something related to that. If I was not in music, I wasn't in performing arts. Let me just say that I would be probably in medicine, nurse practitioner, nurse, doctor. Yeah, that's what I would be in, or even a psychiatrist. I wanted to do at one time. I wanted to be a psychiatrist. I like to.
Interesting,
I know how the
interesting.
mind works. What's going on in the head? People do what they do.
I did. That's interesting because you the first person that said something totally opposite of what
Yeah,
every other person has said. And I would assume you probably had played something close to that or that
not yet.
before. You've never
I've
played that.
auditioned.
Okay.
Audition. Audition for a judge, a nurse, like a financial counselor. I had roles of authority. Like when I found out that in class, it was like, okay, power roles of some sort, but never, nope, never played it in real life, not yet.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Interesting.
but I,
I,
I would love to. That would be interesting. Yeah.
Now, what
Talking about
role have
Doc.
you played that was your most favorite role to play?
Favorite? Favorite role, I'm trying to think. Favorite role. I think when my first lead role, actually, I played the mother. I played the mother. That was my first lead role. This how I started working with the co-filming that one with Rogers Filmworks. They gave me my first role as playing the mom of how many children I had? Three, two boys and a girl, just like I have in real life. Yes.
Oh, really?
So that I think that was my favorite role so far.
Did that movie ever come out, or is it out
Yes.
anywhere?
Well, you know what? Honestly, it's on YouTube.
Okay.
Dysfunctional is the name of
What's
it. It's on
what's
YouTube and it's like three parts to it.
really? What's the name of it again?
Dysfunctional.
Dysfunctional. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And how was that? Like, what was the premise of that movie?
The premise of the movie, like a lot of movies sometimes with us, it's an urban, not a comedy, but it's more like a drama. When mom gets sick, you got one son into the church and one son into the streets, and the daughter, trying to do right thing in her life.
Okay.
So they kind of come together when the mom gets sick, and then I end up living. He said he was gonna have me die. I'm glad you didn't. Thank you. But and then the son eventually changes his life when after he
Okay.
gets into some trouble. Let me just say that without telling the
Okay.
story.
And it's
But
on it's on Tubi right now.
no, it's not on Tubi. It's on
Where?
YouTube.
YouTube. Oh, okay,
They
it's on YouTube. Okay.
they weren't given permission to pursue that because there was some conflicts that came about. I
Okay.
got my footage. I exited stage left, even though there was no stage. So yeah, so it's on YouTube. It's worth watching. I think it has a lot of views, but he still has a watermark on it, so nothing can be done with it unless
Okay.
the one that filmed it does something with it. I think he should, but I don't know if he will.
Okay, gotcha. Now, if you had the opportunity to work with an actor, a famous actor,
Oh my gosh.
what actor would that be? We're gonna say males first, and then we'll go to females. But
Okay.
what actor would you like to play with, act with first?
I have to say the most recent Oscar winning Michael B. Jordan. I could play his aunt. I could be his mother. If you look at
Yeah,
our features, I could play his mother.
yeah, yeah. You could.
If
You
they want to
definitely
match us
could.
up, he got the cheeks, got the lips. Anyway, no, him, Denzel Washington.
Oh, he retiring.
No, he's gonna do one more role with me. Then he'll host the show.
He gonna come out of
I know he
retirement for you.
probably is, but I still love him. Oh, I said I wasn't gonna forget this man's name from This Is Us. His name is Lord.
Oh, you talking about the dark skinned guy?
Yes.
Yeah. It's
Right.
Brian. Is it Sterling Brown?
Sterling K. Brown.
Sterling
Yes.
Brown. Yeah,
Him
he's a
and
phenomenal actor.
he
Yeah.
isn't he? Oh
Yeah.
my God. So my thing is because I adore and I admire how they act and their process. I want to be around them to learn so I can learn from them and I could be working with a stronger actor who's gonna pull stuff out of me that I don't know is there. You know what I mean? I just would like to be in their midst
Right.
just in their presence to be able to learn from them and be able to grow. I think they'll help me grow. Being around a strong actor, I feel like will always help you grow. And Bryan Cranston, Breaking Bad. Bryan
Okay.
Cranston.
Okay. Okay.
You see the comedic actor go
Yeah.
all the way left?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a
Yes,
good one.
he's excellent.
Uh,
And Robert De Niro.
Okay.
I
Now,
do some comedy with Will Ferrell. Yeah. Yes, I would. Yes, I would.
I've had a couple of friends
He's nuts.
work with Will Ferrell before.
He's
They
nuts.
said he was really cool.
Yeah. So anyway, so I think I can't think of any more right this second.
Now, female.
Come on now. Viola Davis. Come
I
on.
knew you were gonna
Viola.
say that.
Viola,
I
come
would love to
on.
work with her.
Viola.
She's amazing.
Oh, she's amazing. And also what I like is being able to see where they started from. Like these people were extras too. They were
Yeah,
one-liners and
yeah.
two-liners. But the
And
thing
it
is,
took them a long time to get where they
it
are.
did. It
It
did.
took them many
Unfortunately,
years.
it did. But you know what? Think about it. They stayed consistent. They
Yeah,
didn't quit. They did not give up.
right,
Who knows what type of problems they had in the midst of all that, which we know
right,
people happens and we still try to keep moving. And I know life happened to you last year.
right.
Sorry about that. But
You
I
know,
was shocked that you
Denzel,
did a movie during that time. I wasn't expecting you to say that.
right.
Right. Let me remember that. I'm on. So, that's what I'm saying. But people think people have told me, let me say real quick story. They said I look mean all the time. So I've learned how to smile a little bit when I see people. But I said, I don't look mean. I look serious. Like, no. But anyway, so women, Angela Bassett,
Yeah,
Meryl Streep,
yeah. Yeah. You name it, some powerhouses.
um,
I
you
would love to work with Taraji. I would
know,
love to work.
Taraji B. Henson. Oh my God, I'm
Yeah,
sorry, Taraji, I almost forgot you. There's so many female actresses I would love to work with too. Just
yeah.
I don't care, the
Octavia
smallest of
Spencer.
opportunities. Like even let me tell you, somebody was just talking about it. The one Run Forest Run, Tom Hanks. And
Oh,
he was talking about one time I was telling this lady that I was in living in the cemetery that they need to go watch that on Prime. It's not what you think. It's not a horror. It's the drama, and there's
okay.
some racism in there and other things, and life changes for the woman. And yes, so don't expect to see me all the way through. Just watch the whole movie. Get the ideas, get here, because a lot of scripture is given in that movie. That's what I appreciated about it. But it wasn't like
Okay.
everybody was in church. It's just the words that he used, the dialogue that he used. They were like, if you could imagine everybody believing in God that also believed in medicine, was
Right.
talking to you in a kind way and praying for
Yeah.
you and saying, I'm going to pray about that situation that you're going through. That would be
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
That'd be an amazing world. But anyway, so there's so many female actresses I would love to work with.
Yeah. Octavia Spencer. She's a phenomenal one. So it's a lot of them.
It's a
I
lot
just
of
love powerful actors that bring sets to life,
yes,
and
exactly.
it's a lot of people out there I love to work with for sure. A
I
lot.
can't even say I'm gonna miss a name, so I'm not a
Yeah.
lot of them. Hit me up, call me, let me work with you, please.
Now,
And yeah.
now, if you could give a piece of advice to anybody listening right now who's
Mhm.
looking to be an actress, looking to sing, what advice would you give them?
Number one, if you feel like this is something that you indeed know that you are gifted for or talented for, and gifted as in you born with this, you're natural. So some people don't go to school. I would say keep your eye on the prize. Believe in you. Don't listen to the naysayers. Don't listen to what anyone else has to say that's not supporting your dream.
Mhm.
Hone your skills. Get in classes. Even if you know how to sing, you can take singing lessons. Invest in yourself. Get to know you. Spend time alone with yourself so you understand who you are and how you can relate that to the craft that you are studying. Learn songs. Learn monologues. If you learn songs, if you sing, the top 40 is what everybody used to do. Learn monologues if you an actor, so you be ready. Just stay ready. Always study something every single day. Sing something every single day. Practice every single day. Put yourself on camera. One problem that I have, and I still have, if you can see it, is move my hands too much. Woo, woo,
Yeah,
woo. Because I
yeah.
used to rap. So I
People
rap.
used to tell, you know what? People used to tell me that. And so what I started doing is I hold my hands down here. That's what
One
I
time
do.
in the beginning of acting, I sat on my hands so I wouldn't move them. That's how bad I was worse. And I used to frown. They said, "You're so animated." I used to frown and make all types of. I was bad, but just keep working on your craft.
Yeah.
Stay consistent. Work your regular job to pay your bills. But if you have somebody that's able to sponsor you and fund your or invest in you, funds in you, use it to your advantage. As soon as you feel like you're prepared after, let's say, I don't know how long it would take you, because you might be naturally good. Like, just
Right.
really let people that are in the business go get in the class, hone your skills, practice, do a workshop where you're able to do a scene where they invite the casting directors down, and then try your hand at some short films. Like, go to actorsaccess.com and try that. Do the recreation, those recreation crime shows.
Yeah.
Try that. Practice
Yeah.
improv. Like, I took a class that was just improv.
Yeah.
Had a had a blast.
Yeah, I love improv.
Nothing but improv.
Yeah, I
Yes, we
love
were singing
improv.
songs. Oh well, we had did this one exercise. Real quick story where I was supposed to be like a 40-something-year-old woman with my husband, and I couldn't make any children. I couldn't have any children, and he said, "Turn it into a song."
Turn it into a song.
Yeah. I said, "My eggs are rotten, soon to be forgotten." I was just making anything up. So anyway, that was a lot of fun. That was so funny. Yeah, so it was one of those exercises. Like, we started the scene, we started
Okay.
talking, and he said, "Now turn it to a song." Turn it into a song. It was funny. It
Now
was hilarious.
that's challenging.
Yeah,
That's a challenging concept to turn it
yeah,
into a song.
yeah,
That's cool.
yeah. That's one of my strong suits, though, because I guess I'm in music and rap. I used to freestyle. Be able to, I can't freestyle anymore. Don't ask. Don't. No. No. So I think that's what helped me too. So it's thinking on your feet. So you could just, I don't know, you just do it. Or they play music sometimes, and then you had to sing. You got a song about oatmeal.
Yeah.
Oatmeal, good,
Yeah.
cinnamon and raisins. I don't know. Just pick it up. So I like
So
that idea of thinking on your feet for sure.
Donna, man,
Mhm.
I tell you, this show go by too fast because it's almost time to end the show. What?
Really?
Yes, it is.
I'm a little shocked.
What? What? How can people reach you? What is your social media handles?
So for IG, it's Donna Bey 1, DonnaBey, B like boy, EY 1. TikTok Donna Bey 2, same name with a 2 on the end. And that is it for now. For Facebook, it's Bay Donna at Facebook.
Okay, and I
Donna Bey, I'm sorry. Donna Bey, not Facebook. Bay Donna. I'm sorry.
okay, and I thank you so much for coming on the show. This was a very interesting interview. Now you have some talent because I went on your page earlier today and I saw you singing on. Well, I saw you on YouTube. You had a video on YouTube where you were singing.
Oh gosh, yeah.
It may have been an audition or something that you was doing, but you was singing a song, and I said, "Oh, okay, she really can throw down.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
You
But
really
thank you for
can
inviting
sing."
me. I do appreciate it. I was so unexpected, caught me off guard, but I was trying to be ready. So I said, don't. Oh, and always be ready.
Yeah, I would be
Always
ready.
have your outfit to wear. Learn how to do your makeup if you don't know how to be hair and makeup ready, even
Yeah,
if it's simple, nude look or neutral look.
right, right.
Have your head, get some headshots done. Maybe try it on an iPhone so you can pay for some professional ones.
Yeah.
Uh,
Your
yeah.
advice was really good. Stay consistent as well. Make sure you don't give up, whatever. Because one thing I always tell people, you're going to get a lot of no's,
Yes.
but
Yes.
but eventually you'll get that yes. And
Yes.
you don't even know. I remember auditioning once for a role and they asked for a light-skinned guy with braids or dreads and all that kind
Really?
of stuff. Yeah.
And
And
you
I just
ordered.
auditioned for it and I got the role. So they just switched
Wow.
up the character. They switched up the writing
Oh
and
my God, that's
made it
amazing.
was the dark skinned guy. So I tell people never give up. Don't you just
Okay.
never know what's for you is for you. It don't matter what it is.
Right.
And that was one time I went to an audition and they called me back 3 times. So I'm like, oh, this they
Whoa.
must really like me. They called me
Yeah.
back 3 times, but I didn't get the role. So a couple years later, I run into
Mm-hmm.
one of the girl ladies who was in the audition room, and
Mm-hmm.
she said, Wardell, how are you? I said, I am great. I said, how are you? She said, good. She said, I have been wanting to run into you at some point. And this was 2 years
Wow.
after the audition. She said, you killed that audition. I'm like, okay, so what happened?
Right.
She
Call me
said,
three
she
times.
said, you won't believe this, but the reason they didn't give you the role is because they thought you were too good for the role. They thought
What?
you wouldn't accept the amount of money that they were offering for the
Oh.
role. I said, "Are
Wait,
you kidding me?"
she should have
She
asked
said,
you.
literally the director, because the director was a guy, the owner of the movie, and the director was a guy, and there was 2 girls at the table with them. Both of the girls, she said, both of us said you should be the one. Like we
Oh
both
my
hands
God.
down, you got the role. But the director said, no, he's too
He ain't gonna.
seasoned. He's too seasoned. He's not going to want to
Wow.
accept the money that we have to offer. And I
You
said,
might have needed it. I mean,
so
gosh.
yeah, so I
I'm
said,
glad you found out. I'm glad you found out because you never know why. And so right now, since I auditioned, oh, you don't know. I could one day I said I was gonna put a reel together all my auditions so we can really see how many I've done. And I look back at them and say it wasn't bad at all, but it wasn't my time yet. It's all right. It's gonna be my time to shine.
and when it happens, it's gonna happen fast. Like,
Yes.
and that's what they say. Once that thing happens and you get noticed, it's gonna just take off.
Take it
It's
off
gonna
like a jet.
like a jet. It's never ending.
Yeah.
But I want to thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you
This
for
has
having
been
me.
a great interview. Yeah, I've been watching you for a long time. We've been friends on social media for a long time. Been seeing
Right.
you. So I said, you know what? I got to bring her on. And
Thank you
I'm
so much.
thankful that you came on. Before we go, I just want everybody to remind everyone the primary elections for governor, lieutenant governor, secretary of state is May 19th. Early voting begins April 27th, and voter registration is April 20th. So please go out and vote. It is very important to go out and vote. Don't just focus on the presidential elections. Please go and vote at the primary elections. Secondly, on May 8th, May 8th, the launch of Strength of Love, a movie that I'm one of the co-stars in, will be coming out um on the 8th on May 8th. It will be out at 7 o'clock. So I will be having a party, and I am looking for about 10 people. It's gonna be a watch party. First 10 people hit me in my inbox. I will be inviting you to come out. We will have food. We're gonna have a good time. It's gonna be a lot of fun. You can network because I want to bring some other actors and stuff out so we can all just have fun and enjoy the movie. It is a great movie. You're gonna love it. We'll be going live with the other actors who will be having a watch party at other locations,
Nice.
and we're gonna be networking. So it's gonna be so much fun. I'm not gonna invite but 10 people. 10. So Donna says she already want to be one, so I got
Number
you
one.
locked down. So I'm looking for y'all to come out, hang out with your boy, have some fun, enjoy the movie. My role in that movie is crazy. It's a crazy,
Seen you.
crazy,
I've
crazy
seen
movie.
you in some movies I didn't know you were in.
Okay.
So it started coming on because I sometimes just sit back and watch Tubi movies.
Right.
So can I say one more thing?
Yeah, go ahead.
Also, I feel like a person should not be in it just for the sake of money. You should have a passion, a sincere passion
Yes.
for it. because sometimes you have to put forth money before you start making money. So
Exactly.
if your passion is there for it, you just have to roll with that, and the money will come
Oh
eventually.
yeah,
It's gonna
the
come.
money will come. You got to build your
Resume.
following, build your resume basically, and then honestly, you'll begin to be able to pick and choose the movies you want to do. Now, if you get an agent, they're going to be sending you to auditions, and the audition should be for stuff that is going to be really good for your profile, really
Right.
good for
Your
your
picture.
resume, and it's going to be
Mhm.
some real. It should be some real stuff. So make sure you get, and when I say real stuff, I mean, it's not independent. And it could be independent, but it could be a well-funded independent movie.
Yes.
So,
That's what I was about to say.
yeah, so,
Exactly.
so don't turn, just think about it, know what you want in how you want to put yourself out there, because when you put yourself out there, you're out there. There are certain things, certain roles I won't play. Like, for instance, I won't play a molester and I won't play a gay person. I'm sorry, but I won't play
Okay.
neither one of those. And
Right.
I'm just
I'm not getting
saying
naked. I'm not getting naked on camera, though.
those two things. And what's funny is I've been offered both of those roles and I had to turn them down because I just won't play it. Um, so know what you want to do in life, know how you want to put yourself out there. Understand who you are as a person. Don't be afraid to say no. Don't be afraid to say yes. And because I understand whatever you say yes to, that's what you're putting out there. So, on that note, Donna, thank you for coming
Thank
on
you.
the show. This is
Thank you.
Wardell Richardson on WCEG Wood, the Hollywood of the South. I thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.
All
Peace.
right.
Damn, Donna.
All right.